I don't know for why and what reason, that is the pet toy of the child. Okay, there are loads of toys, the parents, the family members, the relatives, everybody is showering with toys. But this child is behind this. And the child is screaming because mother behind is shouting that don't take, don't take, don't take. And the child is revealing, no, this is mine. I have to keep it in my hand. So the complexity is in its simplicity. Right? So why, so we need to identify this. And that identification can we invest in our designs. Okay, so simple things it will sell for sure, because this is an example. If it sells for the child, what child likes, many of parents who are sitting here, you just can't figure out that what the child likes, right? There's a mother who is smiling. I can see some sheepy smile, yes madam. Okay? So you still have not figured out what the child wants. So that means it has to be complex. If it was so simple, you could have identified it within no time. I'm an adult and I can immediately tell you this is what I like. And it's very easy. Right? So this is the elements of our journey. Right? So Manipal model. So we generate need. Okay, it's a very elaborate process. I'll quickly scan through those words. So we generate need. Okay. Generating need is a huge negotiation process. Here I often hear that, okay, we'll give them wheelchair. Right? The gentleman here is sitting on a wheelchair. I've interacted, individuals using wheelchair, hearing aids, because my PhD has been on user's perspective. So I had the opportunity of interacting with users across the country, 7 states. On a one-to-one basis, I've sat with them, interacted with them, discussed. So it is, are they mentally and emotionally prepared for a wheelchair? Unfortunately, please, I'm using a reference, please don't mind. Okay, so the wheelchair often is dished out under some appalling circumstances. And that is real tragedy. So are they prepared? Yes, physically they want, but emotionally, mentally, are they prepared? Who's going to do that? So that is a negotiation process. Okay? So generating need, managing resources. Okay, we are a resource crunch society. How do we connect resources? How do we optimize it? Right? Soft marketing, evaluation, simulation. Okay, we do a lot. I work in the field of hand rehabilitation. We do a lot of these things. Yesterday in the workshop, we had quite a bit of it. I think so some of them who were part of that, we had a person right from this research park, and we got some of the hand tools from his workshop for us to experience. When that the hand with the deficit is interacting, engaging with those tools, how is those interactions? How each finger interact with that tool, right? So conceptualizing, design, develop, handcraft. So we literally handcraft them. So yesterday we had a lot of debate on 3D printing and handcrafting. Okay, so finally my engineering colleagues who are quite vociferous about 3D printing, then with that whole argument, they took a back seat. They said, no, we can't match the speed of handcrafting, the way we do it. Right? So that was a very engaging discussion that we had. Trying them, okay? Then negotiate, sell them. So it has to be sold. In the language of, Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala, scale, scale, scale. Right? So yes, it has to be sold. Obtain inputs, walk in and out with the walk in and walk out with the devices. So we have a method. Okay, so it is not a lab. So it is the real life scenario. The patient walks in, presents the problem, and the patient walks out with a solution. So it is with that speed that we perform. Right? Upgrading. So hand is a constantly changing structure of the body. So today what you see, what we have given, what works today, okay, it will not work 2 months from now. So it has to undergo a change. Are we willing to do that? Our design has that kind of a provision, right? Upgrade, wean off, and all these happens by being in the industry. It is a video, I think so. We are running out of time. I'm already been Shown. So I have already told that you can cut me off when the time is out. The human hand may well surpass all the body parts except the brain as a topic of universal interest. So hand as an entity, they are saying that it is almost comparable to the brain. Okay, the functionality of it. The hand has been characterized as the symbol of power, extension of intellect, and the seat of will. The symbolism, okay? The symbolism of a structure. It is not hand, a palm, and 10 fingers, and these many joints, these many muscles. It is extremely symbolic in nature. So when we are engaging with people with disability and technology, how our technology, whatever may be our domain, how this technology is addressing those symbolism. It is not only the physicality of those devices. So this is a hand, which how it comes. This is a video. Okay. So this is how it comes, right? So this is how it is presented to us. But this is a hand. Physically it looks like that. But there is a mind. There are ambitions, aspirations, dream, which is like you and me. Okay. So when we are dealing with this hand and trying to groom it, the entire grooming process, rehabilitating, restoring the functionality of the hand, then we have to keep that in mind. It has to be in continuity. Okay, they cannot be done in isolation, right? So this is how it is a representational video. We are trying to restore movement, and it is not such a simple process. It is a very arduous journey. Okay, it goes through and it can get arrested at any point of time. And the moment it gets arrested, from there on, what is the distance between the hand and the actual functioning? That distance is bridged by the technology. So I can quickly jump onto the patients, they present with these physical problems, and these physical problems has to be interpreted and translated to these functional problems. Right? Is how much time, madam? 3 minutes. Okay, I can jump onto some of the quick videos. Okay, that will make little sense. Yeah, this is the video. Right? So this is any identification? What snake? Huh? Cobra. What if this snake comes here? Aparna, what will Aparna do? Just act. Run. See the cobra is now. Okay. Why I am telling you that? Because you see this hand. Can you see this hand? Can you see this hand? Something on the hand? Okay. That is the device that is offered in that hand. Now he is a snake conservationist. The part of the country I am coming from, it has one of the world's highest density of king cobras, as recorded by National Geographic and Discovery. Agumbe. How come you know?
I've been there.
Great. Okay. So there you have this. So they will catch and they will put it back into the forest, and they get paid. So that is how their job is. And he got bitten. So the operating surgeon told that he lost a lot of nerves, muscles. So the operating surgeon told, please forget the job. And he literally begged, and he said that I cannot do that. It is my passion. I have to go back. And that is when I realized that, there is no way of stopping him. Right? And that is when we started working on his hand. Now this device, can you hear him giggling?
Yeah.
Okay, will you giggle? Huh? Anybody will giggle? No. From there to that giggling, it is a huge distance. What makes him to giggle? When he is absolutely sure how that body will respond when that cobra is near him. Every inch of the body knows how to react and respond to that cobra. And why you will scream and shout and run? You are unsure about your reflexes and your response of your body. So that device of mine in his hand has to instill that kind of a confidence in him. Okay, then only it is possible. So it is not the physicality of it, it is the emotion as well, right? So, I think so. Anybody from Delhi? Anybody from Delhi? Okay. So this case is from this one last slide. Yeah, you can play the video. Okay. So this child is from Delhi, and for a particular infection, he lost all his fingers. Right? And then this happened in first standard, and he started to have difficulty in writing. In first standard, it was manageable as the child was growing. By the time he came to fourth standard, he lost interest in studies. And that is when the parents got really worried. And that is when the parents started looking for options. An option that will fit into his hand. The parents are both IT professionals, and they went on, they had a lot of things that they brought across the Amazon, and nothing works. And that is when they contacted us 2,500 kilometers, Delhi and Manipal, right? Over the phone, video images, and that is the first model was made. You can fast forward it. Okay? So this was made, and then it was this thing. Okay, I think so we can run it. Okay, fine. Okay, so then we did that, it didn't work out, the parents sent it back, and then we work maybe at the end so that we can see the final conclusion of that. This thing. It is just a 1 minute. Okay. So, and finally we did succeed in okay, and this was the final version, right? And this is how his hand is writing. So please don't go by the looks. It is important to understand the context. Okay, this device has been traveling back and forth 2,500 kilometers, right? So it is in that context that how it is important. So you need to understand that what it means to them, not what it means to me. Okay, I can walk out on any store and get the most of the fancy things from the store, but for them the choices are very limited. Okay, so we need to be able to optimize those choices. So can we deliver the device when their felt need is compelling? That is the crux. When they need it today, can they be delivered today? We can't deliver it after 6 months, because after 6 months their need would have changed. Okay, and then when you start working after 6 months and you deliver it after 6 months, their need would have been changed. So it is almost like running behind your shadow. So can we change that? So that is the whole endeavor, to dish it out then and there. So that is the Manipal model. Thank you.
Thank you.